ISA. The term's familiar enough, but what does it really mean? Let's take a closer look. That's better. ISA stands for Individual Savings Account. It means an individual, like you or I, can put money into it. But that's far from the whole story. Here's the taxman. You've probably heard that when you put your money in an ISA, he can't get at it. We'll explain what this really means later. How does an ISA earn money? To explain this, you need to know that there are actually two kinds of ISA. You can get a cash ISA from the age of 16. Like a savings account, it pays you interest, and it's this that's tax-free. You can choose from different kinds of accounts, including instant access, which allows you to get hold of your money as and when you need it. You might choose a cash ISA if you have short to medium-term saving goals. You won't have to pay any tax on the interest you receive. But remember that inflation will reduce the spending power of the money in your account, especially over the long term. The other type of ISA you can choose is the Stocks and Shares ISA. Sometimes referred to as an investment ISA, you might choose this type if you want to invest for the medium to long term. Put simply, it's a kind of tax-efficient wrapper for your investments. You can hold different types of investment in a Stocks and Shares ISA, including funds, shares and fixed interest investments like gilts or bonds. If you're prepared to accept a level of risk in return for potentially higher rewards than investing in cash, then a Stocks and Shares ISA might be worth considering. It's important to know that the value of your investments can go down as well as up, and you may not get back what you invested. However, you don't have to pay any income or capital gains tax on any returns you do make, so you'll get to keep any investment gains for yourself. Sorry, taxman. So, saving in an ISA offers tax advantages, though there are certain limits you need to bear in mind. At the start of each new tax year, on the 6th of April, you receive an allowance, the maximum amount you can pay in. For the 2016-2017 tax year, this is £15,240. You can put the whole of your allowance into a cash ISA, you can put it into a Stocks and Shares ISA, or if you prefer, you can mix and match between the two. Remember that you're only able to pay into a maximum of one cash ISA and one Stocks and Shares ISA each tax year. You can pay in as much or as little as you like up to this amount, but you can't carry any unused allowance over to the next tax year. You might decide to transfer your ISA from one provider to another. You can do this without losing your tax-free allowance. You can also transfer money between a cash ISA and a Stocks and Shares ISA, but if it's from an ISA you've paid into during the current tax year, you'll have to transfer the full balance. Like all the information in this video, this is based on our current understanding of tax rules, which can change. Your tax treatment depends on your individual circumstances. So, hope those three letters mean a bit more now. If you want more information about ISAs, speak to your financial advisor.